What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? It is your main man, Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team.
Arkatech Beatz.
Shout out to my partner, Mike Trauma D. Welcome to the music production, the music review, live music reviews, Platinum Producer Series. I'm your host, Juggernaut of Multi-Platinum Production Team Arkatech Beatz. We are responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. Your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. We're responsible for that. And what are we doing? We're doing music reviews, right? We've been listening to some new music, listening to some folks give some collabs. We've been listening to some, we listen to some folks drop some music. We've been looking to see if we can identify some new talent at the same time, trying to see what we can decide to work with and all that other good stuff. If you're not familiar with us, like I said, we're responsible for producing for your favorite rapper's favorite rapper, Big Pun, Nas, Prodigy of Mobb Deep. Who else? Big Pun, Prodigy, The Game, Jadakiss, Killer Mike, Freddie Gibbs, Max B, French Montana, Coke Wave 3.5 out now. Who else? Wiz Khalifa, and a host of other, Shorty Low, Waka Flocka Flame, so many other artists that we've produced for. So in our career, Raekwon the Chef, shout out to Raekwon, man. He just lost one of his brothers, man. Oliver Power Grant, man. Thank you, my friend. Honestly, if anybody looking to submit music, of course, you can submit it to the link on the screen. There's currently 90 songs in the queue. You know what I mean? Rest in peace to Power. For those who know my story is, I work very closely with Power. We worked with him on the Immobilarity album for Raekwon. He was one of the executive producers on that. And then we also worked with him very close on the movie Black and White that he was starred in with James Toback. We did most of the music on that, the score. We work with him every day. And the editing, we work with him every day. Just all over the road. We was in all over the country, California. My first time to California, Power. My first time to Atlanta, Power and Ray. And, we were very closely aligned with American Cream Team. Shout out to, Twiz and Ron Recca, Raekwon, so this hit kind of close, you know what I mean? So for those who know, they know, because he really gave us a really, really, really big shot. During that time, he bet on us. So, a lot of the people that we were able to work with subsequently after Raekwon, again, it was because of that Raekwon project and because we did so much with Ray. And we did so many songs with Raekwon and, that was, thanks to Power, So, rest in peace to him, man. I know a lot of people, his impact is felt across, like, so many different places, man. So, I'll never have anything bad to say, man. I'll always be grateful for the opportunity, man. And, like I said, rest in Power, man. Power, So it's crazy right now. We are doing music reviews tonight. So if you have some songs, make sure that you are submitting to the link that is on the screen. All right, we're doing that tonight. And we're trying to see if we can get some good vibes going. Make sure that you are like, commenting, and subscribing. It does help the algorithm. And if you know a favorite rapper right now or a friend who is looking to do some get some things listened to, now is the time. So while we wait for the live to pick itself up, we gotta give people a little chance to get in here because of the fact that we have been doing some work. Yeah, man. Appreciate your boy Swagger, man. That joint was tough yesterday. You know what I mean? So I ain't gonna ever hold you. It was really tough getting that news yesterday. So it hit different. It hit different. You know what I mean? You really gotta understand, like, You know, a lot of the stuff that we were able to do was because of P. You know what I mean? So, I appreciate it in such a way that I can't even explain. You know what I mean? So, you know, I was talking to one of my homies from the American Cream Team today, and it was tough. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. Shout out to everybody that is, getting into the stream. I'm waiting for some more folks to jump into the stream. There are currently, looks like 91 people into the queue. Of course, I'm only going to be here for a limited time. So, best bet, try to get that line skip if you can. We do our best to do what we can do, So in the meantime, we're just going to wait for a few more heads to jump into the live stream before we get started. In the meantime, I'm going to play some Raekwon, man. Shout out to Ray, man. I know this is, Power's Ray's brother, man. For a period of time, those two inseparable, man. So I know this is hitting them hard, man. So prayers with you, Ray. You know what I'm saying?
So what's your record company? Gladiators, Lex Diamond story. Hugging the road. J Love, man.
This is Spit Flames, man. Produced by us, man. Arkatech Beatz, man. Go ahead.
Wallaby encounters, yo, we from New York, we never bounce, son. We carry cake wigs, spray the fake dough, get down, son. Flows that blow out in pounds, son. Send rashes at masses, fly Nike splashes and Porsche glasses. Distinguished leather opponent, straight from the street, baby. Polo jacket, baseball hat matching, looking froze, dumb, I'm neutral. I'm lying, face the music, boo. Been through the loops of school, jail ain't nothing, conceal your food.
J Love reviews tonight.
Think like chess, drink no
get started in about 5 minutes.
From an era where niggas that get caught for leather shots of hollering.
Make sure y'all are submitting your songs now. That was the time.
Fuck got mine. Bring it like Duran with Ross. Bet all y'all niggas die in your cars. Fucking with me, it's like luxury. Flow like water in and outdoors. Dare nigga fuck with me.
Test this boy. Spit fire. Hit all that sound like lightning and thunder. Test this boy. Spit fire. Honey pot sound boy test he get murder.
The mixtape God, J Love.
Hit all that sound like lightning and thunder. Test this boy. Spit fire. Honey pot sound boy test he get murder.
Guard, sneakers look decent and he hard. Feel my giants, sway down big pieces on. Yo, the finger got flooded with more dough. Feel my.
You asked me why there's so many songs submitted. Why wouldn't there be so many songs submitted? I'm in high demand, man. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about? Why are there so many songs submitted? Like, why wouldn't there be so many songs submitted? I'm the only active producer that could say that he's been in the business for 20 years. Have worked with everybody from Big Pun to Shorty Low. Currently, Max B, out now. You don't worry about that, man, because you're only on TikTok. This is streaming on all platforms, my brother. See, come on, man. You got it. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. You got to pay attention now. Like I said, we wait for more people to jump into the live, man. Some folks have submitted, and the queue is just open. You know what I'm saying? Folks want to get listened to. Kaz, what up, man? It's all good, brother. It's not representative of what's This is like a cumulative queue. The cumulative queue has been as high as the cumulative number is at 235. So since we started the series, there's been a total of 235 submissions. This is not just like one day this all happened. This is accumulation. I'll keep this is open for people to continue to submit, so that and then I do my best to kind of get through what I can get through, and kind of give people some music business tips, give people some ideas of what's happening in the big game. We were supposed to get that $1 Million Baby 4 today, man, but it got pushed back. So I got that last minute win that it got pushed back, man. What's the vibes? The vibes is we doing some music reviews tonight, man. That's the vibes. About to get started in about 2 minutes. We about to get started, man. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Ray and everybody else over there on the Wu-Tang side, man. I got stories, man. I'm gonna be telling these stories, man. And I was going back and forth with Power. I was trying to, real talk, I was trying to get him on our podcast. And, you know, he had agreed that he wanted to jump on it with me. And I was just trying to lock in a time, but I didn't realize, like, you know, the severity of his situation, man. And, you know, we were trying to kind of, you know, because I felt like I learned so much from him, and I felt like on our podcast platform, which is a music business podcast, that he would be able to provide so much insight in the music business because everything that he'd been through with the clan, and then also the things, you know, from Wu Where. Because, like, I just remember having to have that. I remember having to go to Wu Where offices to handle some day-to-day stuff. Shout out to Lori and Cinnamon. They used to work there back in the days. And, you know, this was in the fashion district. And I used to have to go down there, handle that. And then they would be at, like, the Black Expo. They would be at different places. And I just remember just, you know, always chopping it up with P and always being able to just get information. And I wanted to get that information to, you know, the folks that listen to us and stuff like that. So I really wanted to have him on the platform. And also, you know, because he's so behind the scenes, man, people just don't really know, you know, people don't really know, like, the impact of homie and how he really helped a lot of people. And I think that's why you're going to see, like, that overpouring a love for him, because he impact a lot of people, even though he's not a front and center type guy. He impact a lot of people. He definitely impact my team, my family. You know what I'm saying? He took that shot with us, you know, so I'm going to be forever grateful, man. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We're going to jump into this, we're going to jump into the first paid skip for tonight. And let me see what this song is called. We're going to jump into this now. It's called An Empty Chair. An Empty Chair at the Table. And this is by, what's this called? Amrin 2025. All streaming platforms. We're about to jump into it now. Let me see here. Make sure all the settings is good. Let's take a listen, y'all.
The room is quiet, but I still hear your name. I said one more plate at the table tonight, but the chair stays empty. It just don't feel right. Your laughter still lingers in corners of this place. I reach for your hand, but it's only empty space. Every shadow reminds me of the love we knew. Now I'm learning how to live in a world without you. There's an empty chair at the table, a silence I can't feel, a heart that once was steady, now broken, standing still. I search the night for answers, but all I find is pain. An empty chair at the table, and it will never be the same. Clock keeps on ticking, though my time feels slow. I keep holding on, but it's so hard to let go. Your photograph smiles, though the frame feels cold. I'd give every tomorrow for one yesterday to hold. There's an just changes form. I feel you in the sunset, the quiet, the storm. There's an empty chair at the table, a silence I can't feel, a heart that once was steady, now broken, standing still. I search the night for answers, but all I find is pain. An empty chair at the table, and it will never be the same. Your love lives on, though you're gone.
That's an empty seat at the table. Amrin 2025. Now, I don't know if this is AI, right? You know, I'm gonna assume that it's might be, right? Because I don't really see any pictures or anything like that on the social. But for me, I think this is a decently written song. I think, you know, these I think this is like the second, like, kind of like Miss You type song that we've had in the last 2 days. So, you know, these are kind of hard to deal with, you know what I mean? Just like having these type of tunes and listening to that. But for the most part, I think it's a good hook. You know what I mean? I think it's a good hook. I think it's a good hook. I think it's some decent lyrics. And, you know, if it's not AI, it's a very good vocal performance. Yeah. Yeah, if it's not an AI, and if somebody sang that for real, this is a very, very good vocal performance that I don't have any problem with in terms of what they were doing on this. You know what I mean? I think that this is something that this is something that should work in the marketplace. You know what I mean? Just considering the content and considering the way that it was actually executed. When I listen to how the song is structured, you know, as far as intro, verses, hooks, changes, slightly long for me, a little bit over 4 minutes, but for the most part, it seems to be pretty cohesive and pretty solid. And I think this is part of the stuff that we tend to talk about, you know, night after night, man. It's just trying to get the right marriage between vocal performance and music, and making sure that things are mixed accurately so that we can hear everything. We can hear the instrumentation as well as the vocals, backing vocals, and we can differentiate between the verses and the hooks. And all of these things are very clear and precise. You know, I probably would have liked to have hair, like maybe, I thought that maybe a slighter drum track would have come in on it. So I thought that they might want to do that. You know what I mean? Like have a drum track, kind of like this, kind of like a marching type of feel to it, to kind of give it a little bit more of a upbeat. But they kind of kept it in the ballad side, which isn't bad either. You know, so you have some options with that. But for the most part, Amrin 2025, this is a solid record. You know, and you've paid to skip the line to get it heard and get that feedback. So I'm hopefully that I've been able to give you the feedback that you were looking for. Of course, I would like to hear more. To be honest, I'm going to start that to just to check it out and hear more. We have worked with some pop artists in the past, Maya and Bria Lee. So you gotta look out for that. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live stream. Make sure that you like, commenting, and subscribing. Liking, following, subscribing, sharing the live, tapping the screen. All of that stuff helps the algorithm, helps the discovery engine, helps for people to find us. You know what I mean? So more people can get some of this knowledge that we're dropping down on folks. You know what I mean? We're going to jump into this next joint. It's called Eulogy. What's going on? I got an empty seat at the table and I got Eulogy. Like, what's happening tonight? You know what I mean? I got, it's like, what's happening with these, tunes? Cole, what up? This is Justin Jamson. It's at Wash Your Pasta. We're gonna jump into this. Let's see where it takes us today. Let's see what it sounds like.
At this time, we're gonna have anyone who wanna say some words about the deceased. Please come up to the altar.
Keep on my jewelry, chains about 2 or 3. Invite my exes, have them speak at my eulogy.
I say, this is a young lady right here. Come speak on her behalf. How do you know this man right here?
Clean, bro.
Keep on my jewelry, chains about 2 or 3. Invite my exes, have them speak at my eulogy. Ain't with the schooling, always perfect and true as C. You was doing you, but you couldn't do it if you was me. I had 11 chances, this is another dance. I told my lady, you ruined all our plans. This is some tacky shit, MC Hammer pants. I be dripped in that, but damn, we gon' call it ambulance. So I dripped in Prada, Bonita bottom wavy. That's a hell of a lady, wish I gave you a baby. We was together since the 3 world order. I see you acting fishy, that's the C world order. Dressed in a nautical to the polo I dip to a dolo I. This is a solo ride. Riding baby, they be $7 high. Givenchy shakes the reason bitch is getting dark. So keep on my jewelry, chains about 2 or 3. Invite my exes, have them speak at my eulogy. I was given chances given about 2 or 3. See you doing good, but was better when you was doing me. Keep on my jewelry, chains about 2 or 3. Invite my exes, have them speak at my eulogy. I was given chances given about 2 or 3. See you looking good, but was better when you was doing me. I made her moan, say I ain't make her moan, and all the things in person and shit she said on the phone, baby. I think it's shady, this messing with my dome. Expensive heart, your heart made out of chrome. You can do your thing, and I'ma do mine. Plus I love the fling, there's a fine line between the love and hate. Maybe it's great, maybe it's space, maybe I'm gay, or we ain't have what it takes. It isn't safe when you try to play in my face. Looking for safe dates, need you a safe Hawaiian lady, Filipina in the Bay lately. You doing great lately, heard you drive a Mercedes. Keep on my jewelry, chains on about 2 or 3. Invite my exes, have them speak at my eulogy. You was given chances given about 2 or 3. You was doing good, but was better when you was doing me. Keep on my jewelry, chains about 2 or 3. Invite my exes, have them speak at my eulogy. You was given chances given about 2 or 3. You was living good, but was better when you was doing me.
Yo, not for nothing, but y'all bitches really fumbled the bag with Justin.
That's Justin. Yo. He said this song is written, recorded, mastered. He did the whole thing. Okay, listen, bro. Shout out to you. I like your tune, bro. I like this tune, man. The video was definitely clean, man. So how much when you drop this? Yeah, it's moving along. Got a couple of views on it. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to you on this. So, yo, my feedback on it though, first I want to give you kudos for basically constructing a cohesive record. I think the record is cohesive, right? In terms of, you set it off with an intro, and then you set it off with the hook. Drop your verse, drop your hook, drop your verse. You know what I'm saying? So it's all following the right kind of context that it needs to follow in terms of good song structure. Kudos to you. I'll give you for that. Beat is popping. I'll give you for that. Lyrics is on point. I'll give you more points for that. But my singular complaint is with the hook. I would like the hook to stand out more. And you say, well, what do you mean by that? Maybe a little bit of well-placed ad-libs, a little bit more well-placed ad-libs, maybe a few more doubles on certain parts of the words and certain things, just to make that part of the record stand out a little bit more. Because for me right now, it kind of blends in a little bit too close with the verses, and I kind of need that to be a little bit more pronounced so that it could kind of, stand out amongst the rest of the record. You know what I'm saying? I don't think that it's like, I think that it's dope outside of that. And I think that your style is unique in its own way, and you basically gonna just have to promote the hell out of it, right? At this point, if you're doing that, if you're promoting the hell out of it, because the reality here is this: is that it has the elements of something that can go, right? Which is, the beat is catchy enough, the hook is good enough for you to be able to take that, clip it, and then run it through socials. But remember, you have to clip it, and you have to be very intentional about clipping it in micro portions, right? 7 seconds, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and basically trying to find which part of the song and or video is going to make people really want to rock with it and see how people really respond to it, because you're trying to see how people are going to really respond to it and you. You know what I mean? You using stock Fruity plugins? Yeah, mixing and mastering costs much, man. You know what I'm saying? It's listen, what you're doing, if you're doing this on your own, you're right in pocket, bro. And I think that the main thing that we want to make sure of is that we can get from song to visual at minimal cost. If you can get from song iteration to completion to video completion like this, and making sure that you got visuals almost to match almost every single record. The key here is to make it inexpensive. If you can find a way to find a cadence that you can release nonstop and really keep flooding socials. You give yourself a year of doing that and being consistent in terms of dropping frequently, because you do have to drop frequently, right? We're talking about maybe dropping, a project every month, every 2 months type. You got to drop a lot of music, you know what I mean, to kind of get you to get people to understand that you're real. And then by the time we find it, you're going to have so much catalog. And that's really where the power is, because once we find a song that we like from you, we want to see if there's more songs. And if you have enough catalog there, then that's how you get to build a good fan base. You know what I mean? So shout out to you on this eulogy joint. You getting the star for me on this one. Make sure that you tap in, man, because I want to, where are you based out of? It looked like you were outside. Outside of the country. I want to just make sure that I'm not, not tripping when I'm saying, because you could have just been on vacation and did the video on vacation. You Jersey, okay. Yeah, I see France, man. I see it. That's what I was saying. I'm like, what's really going on here now? You know what I'm saying? You out there now, or went to shoot the video. Okay. Well, listen, mission accomplished, right? Your video has some good looks, bro. Who did the video? And did it cost a lot? And the only reason why I asked, did it cost a lot, because the thing here is to try to make sure that we're keeping things at a cost that we can duplicate frequently. Got you, bro. You did your thing. Whole trip 700, man. Man, I listen here, man. You did your thing, brother. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for submitting, man. Make sure you tap in with us, man. You know what I'm saying? You working with something, so you know what I'm saying? You're working with something, man. We like that. So I like to see that people are working and getting it to go. I like to see that. I like to see that you put the effort in. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you put the effort into the music and the video and the time. You know what I'm saying? Like I like that. You know what I'm saying? So I was telling people that we like to see people, doing their thing, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's the only way for you to get motion is to have motion. You know what I'm saying? So Shout out to you, man. Let's get it. Let's get it. Oh, you dropped another one into as well? This is my man Justin again, man. He got this one called Real Talk. Let's listen to this one, man. Let's go.
Justine, j'ai vraiment hâte de te voir. À bientôt, mon amour.
Check.
Ça vient vite sans toi.
See how this mic is, man. I just got this new interface in this. You heard?
Justine, t'es une grande poussée.
See if I can keep spinning on that.
J'ai besoin de toi ici, ça paraît. J'ai vraiment que tu sois là, Justine.
I have been deemed as emotionally incapable. 20 racks in, big budget, no label. My cousin use a cane, how my brother disabled. 29 years, about time we flip the table. I'm walking from the steps in the shadows of a man. Dealing with some issues we too young to understand. Don't ask me what I'm doing, can't contribute to the plan. Searching for the leverage, carry out these demands. Know I got the words to turn a hater to a fan. Like a single mother, really feel that I'm the man. I wanna watch my wife dip her toes into the sand. My father can't die without a rollie on his hand. He ain't even asked, I'm dramatic and I'm vain. Kobe on the plane, I could crash just the same. A lot of people live with their hopes down the drain. Too free to be a slave, know my style's off the... Put your finger down, nigga, you the one to blame. Staring in the mirror, shame that you became. Calmly shed a tear, ain't too late to make a change. Yeah, this shit is Damon Wayne, man, this life bring major pain. Things been as bad as they been. Hard bruised, being used by the same old friends. And that's love for me. Ask moms to save a hug for me. Real talk, all I need is calm company. I'm the only one that's saying this real talk. I just keep it real. I'm the only one that's saying this real talk. I just keep it real. I'm the only one that's saying this real talk. I just keep it real. I'm the only one that's saying this real talk. I just keep it real. Let's all bear witness to the man with a plan. Trying to put a stack in all my people's hands. Justin got the bag with the Santa Claus plan. Know I work hard, they felt the callus on my hands. Hustle on the job with a hole in my drawers. Let the credit for a bit, ain't got a ticket just because. Come on. Diamonds are forever, yeah, that quote is really true. But what you don't believe is that diamond is in you. And if you keep on shining, value with a crew. And that eternal value is the value that is true. One thing for sure and certain, this music get me high. Rapping in a car, I just live a simple life. Made to be misunderstood. And if you hate what I say, man, still all good. Just turn it off. For all my dogs, I'm riding with you. To all my women, I'm flying with you. It's real talk. Go.
Ash, can I see you? All right, man. So, yeah, that's Justin, man. Real talk, and real talk. This hook is bad, bro. Right? This hook is bad. And what I would probably suggest with you, and like I tell a lot of people to do, is take this portion of the hook, dump that into Suno, man, and see if you can see what the AI can give you. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause you already have a basic melody and you have lyrics there. So you take it and you dump it into Suno. You just got to make sure that you're smart about what you're doing when you put it in, right? So you want to put in pause. You want to make sure that you're prompting it to, what you want it to sound like. If you want it to be an R&B hook, or if you want it to be a sang type hook, make sure that you're putting in the right tempos. Make sure that you're putting in the right key of what the song is, so that it can give you a good cover. and then put the lyrics in, and then see what it gives you, and run a few iterations to see if it gives you something that can really work. And then what happens is you'll be able to keep your lyrics. You know what I'm saying? All you're doing is you just get in the AI to sing something for you that'll be a little bit more solid. You know what I mean? So that's my recommendation on this joint, and I do think it do need to have a little bit of a better mix. As far as the you know, your the one thing I like about with your music right now that I'm hearing is I complain a lot about, you know, guys getting on the track and basically sounding like they just kind of reading their phone, you know what I mean, and not being able to have like the inflections and have like the cadences and have like the confidence, the moxie, the stuff that you need to have in order to make sure that people really want to listen to you as a rapper. You know, I think these things are really important, and I feel like you're delivering that, right? So for you and your verses, you're delivering what I need you to deliver. I think that your verses are pretty good in terms of your lyrics, you know, in terms of your wittiness and that type of stuff. I think that stuff is all, you know, like all where it needs to be. You know what I mean? You know, I thought she was the man, a single mom, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is dope. So this is the type of stuff that we want to hear. We want to hear how intelligent you are in terms of how you're going to deliver and be slick about how you're saying these stuff and making sure that you're staying on beat in the pocket and then have the confidence and the aura on the track, which is present. Now we just got to get to the technical aspect. How do we get a stronger hook? Right. Now, could we get somebody else to sing it? Probably, you know, but that gets difficult. You know what I'm saying? $30, jump into Suno to give you 10,000 credits real quick, and you know you can do as many iterations as you need to get to where you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? And once you plug the song in, you could play with a lot of different things to kind of get you where you want to go. So to me that's really the smart play. You know, you say you pay for 75 for shorty. Yeah, you could have put that in the AI, bro. You'd have put that in the AI, bro. You'd have put that in the AI. You could have sang it, bro, and put it in the AI. You'd be like, whoa, you'd be astonished. Right? It's that good right now. It's that good. So you know, and this is just to really save you the time because you're doing it all yourself, you know. And you know, no shade to the real singers, man. But if you got to deliver, like, you know, no shade, man. Because everybody know I got my AI artists, and when I be playing my AI artists, people be like, yo, what's that? And I'm like, yo, I sang all them references, man. Nah, man, you don't see nothing that's cheating, man. It's not cheating. It's called you working with what you got. It's called technology. You know, they said sampling was cheating too, man. When we had first got our samplers, right? They said that was cheating too. That wasn't real music, remember? That's what they told us. You know? Billions of dollars later, now what? You know what I'm saying? Like every time there's a new technology, they're gonna tell you it's cheating, it's this, it's that, it's not real music. Woo, woo, woo. Nah, dog. We ain't listening to that shit, man. That's that sleight of hand type shit. Where they tell you, no, don't do it, and then they run into the bank. Nah, we're not on that type of time. Not over here, at least. You know what I'm saying? But I'd like to thank you for submitting these two joints, man. That eulogy joint, yeah. This real talk joint need work. You know what I'm saying? In terms of that hook. Oh, nah, he said the rest of the reviews is BS because these folks. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of these folks don't got no real skin in the game, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know people come into my live and they see, like, you know, there's a handful of people and stuff because we fresh in the review space. We in the music production space, we're like gold, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? So our experience in this, again, man, is not just as producers, right? You remember, we've worked with the best, right? Big Pun, Prodigy of Mobb Deep, Nas, Jadakiss, Raekwon the Chef, Killer Mike, Sci-Hi the Prince, Freddie Gibbs. We work with the best. So there's no way for us to give you a critique or a feedback that don't make sense. You understand where I'm going with it? Like, there's just no way. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like we can't do what we're doing if we don't know music. Let's put it that way. We can't be here as long as we've been here and don't know music. We can't work across, from the game to Shorty Low to Waka Flocka. You can't work like that if you don't know music, right? You can't do New York and do the West and then do down South music and trap. You can't do all of it if you don't know music. So the reality of the situation is that we know the music a lot better than guys really want to be honest about. And, some folks be on here pretending, but we're really here to get it done for people and help people really get to that next level. It's really just trying to get people to get to that next level, man. To try to, understand what we're trying to do, and not just from a music perspective, but also from a business perspective. Shout out to all my guys that jumped into the music producer forum, the Future Producer Society. Like, yeah, we're trying to help people learn the music business, man. We're trying to get people to understand what's happening so that they can protect their music, protect their money. I help guys get their money, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real. Oh, so nobody believes that anyone actually really wants to help. And look, and don't get me wrong. I think what has to happen is that we have to remember is that, yeah, people are willing to help, but at the same time, people have to be appreciative and show appreciation at times. You know what I'm saying? We're not telling people we want people to have respect for people's time. We'll have people have respect for people's, just have respect for people's platforms, just in general. You know what I'm saying, Ashkin? It's like we're not trying to, if people had a little bit more, if people had a little bit more awareness and understanding, like, listen, this person is doing this thing here and they don't really got to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not something that, I necessarily have to do per se. You know what I mean? It's something that I like to do, you know what I mean? And it's because of the simple fact that, the only way that music is going to progress is by giving people opportunities and looking out for that next thing. It doesn't progress, and I blame a lot of us OGs for letting the music turn to shit because we didn't have enough say-so and really trying to cultivate the next guys. We were spending so much time trying to defend our positions versus showing people, what to do to create these new opportunities. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can create opportunities for people without cannibalizing yourself, But, some folks don't feel like there's enough room for everybody, and I don't feel that way. It says, is there any money in rap for real? It's not the same as it was. It's not the same that it was. It's not the same, but it's different money. You know what I'm saying? It's different money. It's like you have to be open to finding the ways to get the new money, Because if you think about it, every business evolves. Every business changes. Some technology will put some businesses out of business. You know that, and I know that, right? Like, people will say, hey, Pro Tools is the best thing since sliced bread. Pro Tools made so many studios close because now people can record at home. You feel what I'm saying? So it's not, it's like the business evolves, but it doesn't mean that the money's gone. You just have to find out where the money went and position yourself to go where the money went. That's all. And a lot of us aren't good at doing that. A lot of us aren't good at identifying where the money's going and following where the money's going. You know what I'm saying? You got to follow the money where those guys are following the money. If you notice how what those guys did, a lot of those guys pivoted, and what they did is they did what? They became the distributors, right? Or they became the streaming platform itself. These guys pivoted. These guys, they saw the opportunity they changed it from creating music to delivery of music. See how that worked? Nah, you can't blame the older generation, but you got to also look at what it is. You got to look at what socials is here to do. You got more ways to monetize music than you've ever had in a lifetime. That's why guys are still selling their catalogs, and catalogs are still making a whole bunch of money. It's because people can still go out here and sell. People can still make money off of music. Don't let them people lie to you. People lie to you, tell you there ain't no money in music. That's a lie. There's music in everything. I'm about to jump into this next joint, man. Justin, thank you for submitting. Folks, make sure you're submitting your songs, man. I'm only going to be on here for another few minutes. So make sure you're submitting your songs so that we can get listened, so you can get listened to, you know what I mean? In the meantime, wait for some more people to jump into the live, man. I'm going to jump into, the latest record that we produced with Max B and French Montana, Me Too. Coke Wave 3.5 out now.
Yeah. Don Valley. Rails was popping. 48, I see you, baby, let's roll. Yeah. I gave him a signature on the C-note. When it come to these speakers, I'm the keynote. Glock 19 tucked in the Pico. I'm a peacock. She like the deep throat, mom. Do new tricks, get it all clean. $250,000 on the truck, I'ma get it all green. Don't you fuck with the EMG, niggas all team black. Stevie and more, bigger cross seas, we be on patrol. Money won't fold, sweet and sour on the bagel, honey on the road. Trying to show my man a globe, but Dunny on parole. Damn, P.O. a dick, money on patrol. Damn, I been chose, better off roll. Don Valley on the building, letters all bold. I just hit me a royal flush, better on fold. On the oven, I bake cakes, but better on the stove, yeah.
If you wanna make 1 million, you gotta make 2. Say don't bring sand to the beach, I brought the beach through. When New York fell off, Montana brought the east through. Malibu estates, mansion on the beach, at least 2. Don't think out of space with a bitch you can't breathe. Rabbit 16, but my contract like an athlete. From birds on the block to the jet, CB on the wings. Tell your big homie my watch costs 100 billion streams. When it come to maxing on my name's Me Too. Cause when he got the cash, I was like Me Too. And when he got the drop, I was like Me Too. When he almost got shot, I was like Me Too. Man, this shit right here, dog, is just the preview. Wave God's on the way, Cosmo Brothers Part 2.
Yeah, I wish I could hit the lotto. Me too. Smoke a blunt while I hit the bottle. Me too. Yeah, I'm feeling to hit the model. Me too. I'm having issues, somebody I need to speak to. I'm just trying to get my flows on. Me too. I'm trying to feel like the boss dog. Me too. Big chain with the frost on. Me too. I need crew in that Perry on. Me too.
Shout out to everybody jumping into the live. That's Me Too, man. Me Too, man. Max B, French Montana, produced by us, Arkatech Beatz, man. Me Too. Do I play all your instruments? Man, I'm sampling, bro. I am sampling, man. And if I gotta play something, you'll see me play it. I might put strings on something. I might put leads on something. I might put bass line into something. But we not here killing the keys no more, bro. We out of that. You know what I'm saying? Only because of the time that it takes. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm looking more to make sure that Rob Marley, what up, man? Long time no see you. The main thing for me is just try to make sure that I can kind of crank out. Once you start to add in all this instrumentation, if you're not really familiar with, different sounds, and, you have to really understand your sound modules. You have to really understand your VSTs so that you can mix efficiently, man. Like, that's the real thing, is being able to mix your records. And the more instrumentation that you add in that fashion, it makes it much more difficult for you to mix faster. It's not impossible. It's just, you have to spend more time on making sure those things sound good in the soundscape, or you have to be really particular about picking sound and stuff like that. Mixing them live instruments gets messy, man. I'm trying to tell you. Only because I've been there and I know. I've been there, I know it, man. Sampling, man, everything already mixed and mastered. You dig? This joint is called Matter of Time by Day Off. I don't know if you're in the building, bro, but we
Day Off got you tripping, boy.
Shout out to Day Off on the beat. Yeah, Chucky Thompson's definitely a legend, man. Rest in peace to him, man. He did some dope music, man. One of the guys that, gave us the blueprint on how to do it, how to get it done, So yo, this beat right here, it was cool. I think that it could be mixed better in terms of the beat itself. I think it's kind of thin. It feels a little thin to me. Bassline a little thin to me, whatever. I do like that there was some delineation in terms of, I know where the hook was, in terms of instrumentation, and I do like the fact that he was able to make the track breathe in certain places. Remember, that's important for you to make sure that you're leaving that space. You need space. You have to have space for your vocal performance. So as producers, we have to make sure that that's being, that's occurring here. I think that there's a decent job of that being done here in terms of the space. But outside of that, this is not too bad. You know what I mean? In terms of the beat. Yeah, it's not, you know what I'm saying? I would just like everything to kind of feel a little bit more together. Right now, it just feels like it's a little bit like it's everything just kind of sitting on top of each other, but not necessarily like feeling like it's as full as I think as it could be. You know what I mean? But that might be a little bit of a limiter, a limiter master thing at the end. So one could do something with that. You got to know what frequency to put stuff in order to mix properly. This is correct. Mixing is it's definitely an art, man. Don't think that for a minute that it's not an art, man. It's an art form to mix music good, man. And it's not for the faint of heart, man. And it's for people who really like to shape sound, man. You know what I mean? My homie was asking me today if I was still recording, and I'm like, no, I don't like to record anymore. And I literally stopped recording. Like I stopped recording, because I just wanted to. When I was recording, I couldn't record and produce at the same time. Because recording requires you to make sure that your signals are good and you're doing this and everything is laid out properly, and you're looking for the right signals and you're looking for making sure that everything is, sonically sounding how it needs to sound. And then I couldn't critique the record until after it was recorded. You know what I mean? Like I couldn't do it in real time, so it was kind of messing with me in terms of my producing acumen. Like it was like I didn't hear that while I was recording it, or I didn't see this part. And then Mike would have to, while I was recording it, Mike would be in the back like, yo, and I didn't hear that, but because I was so focused on the technical aspect of recording and, making sure that all the signal processing was working and this and that, and making sure that we're gated properly, making sure that we're this and we got the right reverbs and, so it was kind of that type of thing. But shout out to everybody that's jumping in. That was Day Off, Matter of Time. Make sure you're jumping into our Future Producer Society, man. If you're a producer or if you're an artist, that's looking to learn the music business and trying to learn more music production, here is going to be the place. It's a new community that I just opened, and it's free to join. And listen, we're going to be teaching the music business as well as teaching this music production, with special guests coming soon. You just gotta be in it to win it to see what we're doing here. But I can guarantee you that it will be legendary. It will be legendary. You can mark my words. You can take that to the bank. Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. I'm probably going to jump into one more tune before I get out of here. someone could do something with it. Yeah, so yeah, I agree. I agree. You know, we're gonna get into one last tune. This is Fame or Money. That's not it, but I'm just giving some folks a second to
Arkatech.
If you're looking to get hurt tonight, now is the time to skip the line.
What do you do when the love's that good? Every single inch is working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Feeling like a diamond, shining all the time. When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know? It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, hey, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. What do you do when the love's that good? Working like it should. What's a girl to do when a man's that fine? Shining all the time. When he says he wants me, baby, don't you know? It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you. No, it drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby. It drives me insane and I can't stop thinking about you, baby.
Shout out to everybody that's jumping into the live. We're gonna do this last joint tonight. It's called Fame or Money by Phantom ODE. Phantom Ode. Phantom Mode. Oh, I got it. Oh, Phantom Mode. Oh, okay, I got it. Okay, makes sense now. Okay, got it.
Phantom, let's go crazy. Phantom, goddamn.
That's Phantom Mode, man. Fame or Money. You guys are listening to this? Part of the record right here. gonna go out and I'm gonna say that I feel like this beat has the right elements. All right, I like these elements. I like these elements. I just don't feel like he's put them together in the right order to make this feel like a cohesive beat to sell for or pitch as a song, right? So because it has, these random drops, probably extending too long, breaks in the in the musicality or breaks in the melody. I think these things fight against you, right? Where it shows your prowess as a producer and programmer, it removes your acumen as it relates to the right song structure and what it will make to make this fly as a song, right? So on one hand, you're going to look great to producers. On the other hand, it's going to look real amateurish to people who have the record deals or who have the means to publish you and make sure that you can earn income, right? Because this record would sound to them incomplete and disjointed, whereas for the producer ears who like to hear changes, variations in musicality, they're rooting for it. Yes, you made that break, bro. That was crazy when you did it. Bum, 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 bum. But you can't sell no tracks like that, bro. And that's the balance that you have to meet. You have to meet the musicality in terms of what you want to do talent wise and skill wise, and you have to meet the area where the artist will be able to deliver a vocal performance on what you're bringing them to the table. And if we don't have those two things married correctly, it doesn't fly. So here I feel like there's just too many variations, too many breaks, not enough cohesion in terms of being a clearly delineated space for rapping or for singing, or a clear space for where the hook is supposed to be. We need those things to be clearly defined musically. And producers, we have to find a way to dumb our brains down. I hate to say it that way, but that's really the reality of it, is that we have to dumb it down in a way that's digestible. It has to be digestible for the artist. And you have to remember that in 9 times out of 10, you're not going to be able to be in the room to pitch it, right? So if you're not in the room to say, yo, it got to sound like this, and if you can hum it, or if you can do this, or you can, show where it's supposed to change and flip and all of that, if you're not able to do that, then you put yourself at a severe disadvantage. But that's my 2 cents. I'd like to thank everybody that submitted their records for this evening. I'm about to wrap this thing up. This queue will remain open. We most likely will jump on again tomorrow, most likely. But, things do change. So, make sure that you are, if you're going to submit, make sure that you're putting yourself in the position to get heard live. For those who did get heard live, you can check the replays on YouTube. They were probably on Twitch for maybe a few days, and then but on YouTube it'll be there. And you may need to, if you need to clip and do stuff like that, that's the thing that you need to do to make sure that you can, at least be able to promote what it is that you're doing, So let's be smart about it, folks. I'm going to leave y'all with some Max B and Wiz Khalifa, produced by yours truly. Before we get out of here, this is called Don't Let Go.
I used to get the work and now
$1 Million Baby 4 coming soon, man. When I get the date, I'll let you know.
I roll one. Only
Everybody
myself,
be safe.
I don't compete with no one. This ain't the fast route, I took the slow one. Didn't have a pound today, decided to grow one. Constantly shopping for Chrome Hearts and Rick Owens. Constantly ducking cops from the pounds that I'm blowing. Got a loft in a couple properties. Playing Monopoly with real money. Another bong rip, I'm a little sluggish. Pardon my good subjects, but